Unstoppable Courage, Nick Vujicic on overcoming life's challenges. In the quiet moments of a bustling city, a man walks by, his eyes wide and determined. He doesn't seem to notice the world around him, lost in a world of his own thoughts. His name is Nick Vujicic, and he stands out in a sea of ordinary faces, yet his story is anything but ordinary. Let me tell you this, have you ever wondered what it would take to stand up against life's challenges? To walk through the most daunting obstacles and emerge victorious? Nick Vujicic, who was born without arms and legs, offers us a profound answer to this question. Here's something you should know about his journey, which will inspire you to find your own strength and courage. You might be wondering, how does someone like Nick Vujicic, who has faced so much adversity, manage to live a fulfilling life? It starts with a single, powerful word: courage. But let's dig deeper into what makes Nick's courage truly unstoppable. Nick Vujicic was born on December 4, 1982, in Melbourne, Australia. As a newborn, doctors diagnosed him with severe spina bifida, a condition that left him without arms and legs. This diagnosis shattered the family's expectations and set off a chain of events that would shape Nick's life. Instead of dwelling on his physical limitations, Nick focused on what he could do rather than what he couldn't. Here's a real-life example that illustrates his resilience. One day, Nick was playing with his sister when he noticed her struggling to pick up a toy. Without hesitation, he climbed over to her and helped her pick up the toy. This simple act of kindness revealed something profound. Nick didn't see himself as a victim of circumstance. He saw himself as a helper. His story became a beacon of hope for others facing similar challenges. But Nick's journey wasn't smooth sailing. Like many of us, he struggled with self-doubt and fear. He once said, "I used to think I was a failure. I used to think I was a burden to my parents. I used to think that nobody would ever love me." These were the thoughts that kept him in a state of constant fear. However, Nick knew he had to push past these fears if he wanted to achieve his goals. Here's a personal anecdote that encapsulates Nick's struggle and eventual triumph. During his college years, Nick found himself at a crossroads. He had always been a good student, but now he faced a decision: go to law school or pursue his passion for writing. In the face of this challenge, Nick felt overwhelmed. He worried that he might fail and that his disability would hold him back. But instead of succumbing to fear, he decided to trust in his own abilities. He wrote down his goals, visualized success, and began to work towards them every day. It's crucial to remember that courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the ability to move forward despite it. For Nick, this meant taking small steps each day, even when those steps seemed insignificant. He started by writing short stories and gradually built his confidence. His perseverance paid off, and he eventually earned a degree in journalism. Throughout his journey, Nick has become a global advocate for people with disabilities. He travels the world, sharing his story and inspiring millions. But his message goes beyond his own experiences. Nick believes that everyone has the potential to overcome their challenges, no matter how insurmountable they may seem. He often says, "When we look at the world through the eyes of a child, we see beauty everywhere." Let's reflect on this concept. Imagine if we approached our daily lives with the same open-mindedness and curiosity that children possess. What might we discover? What opportunities might we miss because we're too afraid to embrace the unknown? Nick's journey teaches us that true courage isn't about being fearless. It's about finding the courage to take action despite our fears. He reminds us that our bodies are just tools that help us express our minds. Our mind is where our courage resides. Nick's life is a testament to the power of believing in ourselves and our abilities. So here's the challenge for you today. Think about a challenge you've faced or one you're currently facing. What can you learn from Nick's story? How can you apply his principles to overcome your own obstacles? Remember, you are capable of achieving greatness, just like Nick did. As we conclude this exploration into Nick Vujicic's story, let's consider the following thought-provoking question. How can you bring more courage and determination into your life today? What small step can you take to move closer to your goals, no matter how big or small they may seem? Remember, Nick Vujicic's story isn't just about overcoming physical challenges. It's about discovering the infinite reserves of courage within ourselves. So, let's all strive to find our own strength and use it to make a positive impact on the world. Because when we do, we'll be unstoppable.